We are going to Cracker Barrel today on this episode of TENDO Gets Political. Actually, I'm just kidding. I couldn't give a rat's about the politics behind all this Cracker Barrel stuff in the media. But this is where my brother wanted to do our weekly family lunch at. And I didn't ask any questions yet. I'll ask the appropriate questions here in a second. But in all reality, there is something about the changes coming to Cracker Barrel that are actually really important to me that I would love to discuss. However, this is a daily vlog channel, so let's get that vlog mostly out of the way, and we'll talk about these things towards the end of the video. And I think it's a really important and interesting conversation. So please do stick around for some Cracker Barrel talk, some thrifting, some antique mall stuff. It'll be a good time. Oh hey, welcome back. Today is Saturday, and on Saturdays we do lunch with family, antique mall, and a little bit of thrifting. So stick around for all that. But before we get started, I have an antique mall toolkit that I put together on video recently, and it's as compact as can be, but we need a little more space. So we're upgrading to the bigger Space Maker. I love these things. I have so many of them laying around. I just brought one of my bags full of art supplies home, and it had some more of them in it, including this long one, which I'm sort of tempted to do also, but probably won't today. But that's awesome. So let's put this together real quick and then go get on the road. First things first. Antique Mall. Wireless label printer. Print from phone. A tape measure. Tagging gun. A roll of tape. A marker. Let's get a pen too. Now we've got room to grow in here, which is good. But if we can keep it contained to that, I'll be very happy. It won't take up a lot of room, and it'll go in my IKEA bag. On the block for selling today at the antique mall, my giant golf club, some plush, some Pokemon stuff, some Rubik's cubes, a clock, etc., etc. One Nerf gun. So let's do it. Let's get on the road. Let's go eat. Let's go thrift. Let's go antique mall. We're at the Goodwill in my hometown. I tend to stop at this Goodwill on the way to meet my family for lunch because I would have to double back to get here before I left town, and I just like to get it out of the way. So I tend to rush when I'm in this Goodwill, and that sucks. But we're gonna get it in real quick. Also, I left this GoPro on in my pocket for a whole hour drive here, and it's just as hot as can be. I can't hardly hold on to it. Okay, Blu-ray are $1 here, unless marked otherwise. So there's 3. We'll check them in a minute. I have gotten a big score of Blu-ray here before, but not in a few weeks. This camera is as hot as it can be. All right, not seeing anything. I don't know about, I've not really dove into buying these box sets, but I'm tempted to when they're all right ones. Okay. Oh no, I almost missed them. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I'm claiming them all. That's a pretty good stack, I think. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay. Oh, there's another one. This is what happens when we're in a hurry. We leave them behind. All right, JJ. This is good. This is good for the antique mall since we're going there today. Oh, I don't want to pay $5 for that, but I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. I should probably look it up, make sure it's not worth a few bucks. It doesn't look too old, but it's got to be 10 plus years old, I think. And the fact that it has wall hangers on it is really interesting. Let's just make sure. Listed 20. I'm gonna think about that. 20 is what I would sell it for, and I don't love paying 5 to sell for 20. Not my favorite thing to do. Look at that. All right, we're good. There's nothing else here we need. Gonna pass on the Bratz thing. A little too expensive. How much is it? 20 bucks? I need to start buying stuff like that for my antique mall, but that's probably a $40, $50 sale. I'm gonna check this real quick. quick, but I do tend to get most of them.
No, okay, that's fine. You're checking them? You ain't checking it? I'll help you. This is brand new.
Alright. Double check their Blu-ray and not DVD when you do them, because that will happen.
This is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Love it.
$24.19?
Mm-hmm. Have you
Yeah. Come on, buddy. $24 worth of Blu-ray, DVD, and Nerf. Excuse us. Which is pretty good. Really good media haul. At some point, I'm gonna really refuse to pay $1 for Blu-ray like I am, and really hope to get better deals at yard sales coming up. That's really the hope. But I've got 2 malls I need to fill big shelves with. But this really makes a bag full of stuff that we've got to price today at the Antique Mall, so I can't really linger. It's got to be lunch, get over there, get it done, and then we got to get back for our Saturday Minecraft stream, which I hope you're all considering coming out for. I need to do a better job on the videos that I post on Saturdays, alerting you guys to that fact. By the time you see this, it'll be the day after we'll have streamed it. But we're doing just this epic thing where all my gamer friends that I can persuade to show up, we play this really difficult, really difficult die a lot, scream a lot Minecraft map. And I've also been clipping it all to make videos later out of that will be really stupid and fun. Consider joining. Also, if I haven't said it enough, going and following and subbing on our Twitch or our TENDO YouTube channel is the best way to support around here. People ask all the time how they can do that. If you have an Amazon Prime account at all, you get a free Twitch sub, which means you don't pay nothing, and I get the same monetary value out of your sub as if you paid cash for it. So it's a really good way to help, and I'd appreciate it. But I'm more interested in you just being there and hanging out. The numbers mean more than the help, but I'll take either. Look at these nerds. All right, serious question. Do you have any idea what's going on with this place politically? Yeah. And we came here because you've overheard it a ton, or you're completely agnostic to it, and it's a coincidence? Yeah. Okay. I have any idea. I figured that, but I figured I'd ask.
Daddy.
Hey, listen, the memes are great. Google it. It's too much to explain. It doesn't really matter, but there's a meme calling the place Honky Basket, and I'll never unhear that. I'll never not think of this place as Honky Basket.
I support it.
What did you say?
I support it.
Whatever it is. They're about to remodel the place and make it all basic and more chain simplified. Like, you remember how Applebee's used to be way cooler like this, and now it's not? Same kind of stuff, but it's being, but there's other things involved with it that are making it really political.
All the way to one.
JJ, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna have to look at him. We're gonna have to check him out.
Jelly butter biscuit.
I have the
I'm gonna do the Nashville hot Southern fried chicken with steak fries and What do you think they're gonna do with all this stuff when they remodel the place?
They're putting them all in shadow boxes. So there's still stuff that they hung on the walls. They're putting them in shadow boxes where it's safer.
Yeah.
It's safer for like the guests and for the employees. Where you can get to easier.
So they're gonna keep some of it here, just.
Yeah, they're gonna keep them. They're gonna put them in shadow boxes. And we can actually see them and like things like when you chalk the walls, it's real hard for us to get to the dust and everything off of them.
Interesting. Let's take a minute. Hadley is gonna show us her Labubu collection. What's that one called? They don't have names. It's just a rainbow Labubu. You have 3. Are they real? You don't even know? Do you like them? Okay, see ya.
It takes my steak.
I don't know if I've ever seen any.
Honest question. Do you ever even really notice the stuff hanging up here when you come in here? You really don't after years of coming here. I hope it stays. I'm sure it will. Also, I've noticed for the first time ever that all the stuff hanging all has barcodes on it, so they do inventory it in some way. That's what that little tag is hanging off the side. You can just see it blatantly on all the items. I never noticed that.
You left the
Yeah,
bottle.
everything.
Put it in your backpack.
There's some database somewhere of all these items. Cracker Barrel's new Nashville hot chicken though, 4.5 stars. I mean, it's great. It's not as good as Hattie B's or something, but it's good. Perfectly fine. Though I have something developing in my old age where dry rubs and powdery things, it's not that they're too hot. It's just that the powder touches the back of my throat and it gets itchy and I just can't handle it. I'm turning into one of those white people that thinks mayo is spicy, I think. I think that's the metamorphosis you guys are watching unfold before you. Okay, let's talk about Cracker Barrel. And before we jump into this, let me show you effectively what I have as before and after pictures. Here is a good showing of what Cracker Barrel looks like now, an approximation of what it has looked like as I've grown up. And then here are some photos of what the news and what you'll see online, what you're seeing in all the memes and reels and TikToks of what it's going to look like. It's going to go from just this messy barn-looking place, messy on purpose, cluttered with things on the wall, potentially to this very white, cleaner, more well-lit kind of place with a lot less junk on the walls. Now, as I said earlier in the video, there's a lot of other hoopla surrounding it, and honestly, it's pretty much just noise for me. I don't care. It's not what I'm going to get into in this channel. But I will tell you a personal experience that I had that I found disappointing, and that was Applebee's. I sort of think I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the video. When I was younger, my earliest memories, I think I would get dropped off after school somehow at Applebee's where my mom worked, and I got little man beside me, so I could hear baby noises. He's here chilling with me. When I was not much older than my son, my mother worked at Applebee's when I was really young, and I would get dropped off at her work, and I would sit in Applebee's and look at all the junk on the wall, and I loved it. I thought it was the coolest thing. As I got older, that junk lessened and lessened, and now pretty much, I think Applebee's just has artwork on the wall. I don't know. You'll have to comment below and let me know if you've got Applebee's around that have more stuff. But they unstuffified Applebee's. And somewhere in my life, I had a conversation with someone where I realized that there were people whose job it was to shop for things in those Applebee's or in a Cracker Barrel. And for those of you that are watching that might be outside of a part of the world that has Applebee's or Cracker Barrel, man, they're just full of junk. But it's decorative and it's nice stuff, and it's all often stuff that you would see in American Pickers or on those Pickers TV shows, and it's really cool. And it went away for Applebee's, and now it seems like it's going away for Cracker Barrel. Now, I did talk with the Cracker Barrel employee. The audio wasn't great, but I left it in just in case you can make out what she was saying. And she works there, and I asked her point blank, what do you think's going to happen with all this stuff when they remodel? And she's like, oh, we're just going to put it in shadow boxes. Her understanding was that all the stuff is staying, or a lot of it, or some of it, but it would be put in sort of coverings so that effectively the inside of the coverings, the stuff would stay clean and they wouldn't have to clean it. I guess there's some huge expense in cleaning all of the stuff in Cracker Barrel, and I can see that from a corporate standpoint anyways, like cutting down on some of those costs. But for me personally, the joy outside of the food, obviously, going to these places has always been that stuff atmospheric. Now, I am a thrifter, reseller, junk person myself, and I've grown up doing that kind of thing. So, obviously, I'm a little different than the average person that perhaps corporate is going to consider. But man, I don't know. I don't know now if this is entirely true. Maybe this lady's right, and the stuff is going to go nowhere. Maybe they're just going to paint the walls white and put the stuff back on. I doubt that. I really think, from what I'm understanding, what I'm seeing, and reasoning through what's happening, I really do believe most of the junk's going to go away. And I also believe it's probably a consideration of building future stores, because of course they want growth and things like this. It's got to be getting way harder because of me, because of the atmosphere of reselling, because of American Pickers, because of all that stuff on their walls when they put it up 20 years ago was not worth what it is now. And now because of the vintage antique resale market, all these things, I know those items on those walls probably are going up in value, and it's going to go away. So it's a bummer for me. I think Cracker Barrel is about the last vestige of this kind of thing outside of mom and pop type stores. I definitely think there's still going to obviously be places around that do this that aren't as huge of a chain, and you don't get much bigger as far as sit-down restaurants go than the Cracker Barrel chain. So that's really what I wanted to make known. And, you know, it's funny. I have a friend named Chris Bauer, Set Streets and Eats. I talk about him all the time. He makes videos, and he sort of ended up unintentionally being a huge part of a campaign to get Chuck E. Cheese to consider not doing away with all their animatronics and keeping some. And I'm not interested in that. Not in any way am I going to martyr myself to save the junk at Cracker Barrels. That's not what I'm about. But I do hope I do hope that if their end goal is to have much less junkified restaurants, I hope they keep some somewhere that look the way they do. So maybe at their headquarters, I don't know what. I hope one stays. I mean, I would love to. It's going to turn into one of those touristy things that they do, because I'm going to want to show my kid what Cracker Barrel looked like when I was a kid, probably. But that also opens a whole other can of worms. Sort of a final thought here, like all the pictures I'm seeing of what remodels are going to look like just show the sit-down area, and honestly, the most junk that's in a Cracker Barrel is always in the old-time country store outside of the restaurant, that hanging from the ceiling. And I made a point earlier in the video to my brother, and I was like, you don't even notice it anymore because there's so much of it. But if you ever do walk in a Cracker Barrel, and do this in case things change, take your next chance to go to Cracker Barrel and just look around, and see what those things look like, and how much that stuff is there. And then imagine how many stores are across the world. I'm gonna search how many Cracker Barrels are there. And this is just going to be a rough Google answer. Over 660. So 660 times how many pieces of junk and antiques and memorabilia, all this stuff are in Cracker Barrels. It's a lot. And if all that goes away, where's it going to go? What are they going to do with it? They're probably going to liquidate it and make a bunch of money off of it. There's a lot I'm curious about, and I imagine the only people that are going to have the same kind of curiosities like me are going to be people like my friend Chris, or people that are into his kind of channels. I love these retail archaeology type channels. Shout out Retail Archaeology. That's a great channel. But I love that kind of stuff, and I am very curious because of the history and the nature of all this, what's going to happen. Because I'm pretty sure when the remodel happens, if any of the junk's going back up, it's not going to be most of it. But we'll see. We'll find out, and we'll probably talk about it later on a live stream or something. Not today, but down the road when more information comes out. Because I'm very curious about it, and I like to know where the junk goes. But guys, thanks for watching. Comment below what you think about restaurants like Applebee's previous to now, and Cracker Barrel, and what are your thoughts on the matter? What are your thoughts on the junk? Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hit the subscribe button, because we do make daily videos here on this channel. We'd love to have you back for the next one. And until then, guys, peace out. It's such a hot drop.
I don't know. Just now landing.
I don't know what's happening. I'm stuck. I've created a monster.
Oh, nice. 2 jump pad. Yeah, without that.
Madness. Is she gonna die? Am I gonna kill her? I killed her, and then her teammate got me. But that was kind of worth it.